now for double jeopardy. Twice the cash on the board in these 6 new categories. First up, cow country. Then facts about the best picture winner. Followed by the Vikings, poems about poetry, furniture. Then complete the oxymoron. Michal, where to first?
Poems about poetry for 400.
This poem about 600 men righteously stirred the denizens. A scene from a war in 1854. Is anyone up for some Tennyson? Michal.
What is the charge of the Light Brigade?
Yes.
Poems about poetry for 800.
If you really think about it, it isn't so ridiculous, knowing these are the first 5 words in A Visit from St. Nicholas. Barb.
What is On the Night Before Christmas?
Sorry, no. Joanna.
What is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas?
Got a 'twas in there, yes.
Let's take cow country for 1200.
Criollo cattle include Texas Longhorns and a breed named for this South American country of champion beefeaters. Michal.
What is Argentina?
That's right.
Poems about poetry for 1200.
Youth Poet Laureate of LA in 2014. Already quite the sensation, but she made her name and rocketed to fame at the 21 inauguration. Michal.
Who is Gorman?
Amanda Gorman, yes.
Poems about poetry for 1600.
This Whitman sampler was full of introspection. With the wound dresser and full of life now, it's a heck of a collection. Michal?
What is Leaves of Grass?
Right.
Poems about poetry for 2000.
In 1816, he wrote Mont Blanc, and there'd be other gems. But you try rhyming Ozymandias. Do I look like Eminem? Joanna.
Who is Shelley?
Yes, good for 2000.
Let's do the Vikings for 1600.
Under the terms of a 9/11 treaty, Norse leader Rollo received this region at the mouth of the Seine River. Barb?
What is Gaul?
I'm sorry, no. Joanna?
What is Normandy?
Correct.
The Vikings for 1200.
The need for wood in Greenland prompted visits to Markland, which today is this mainland partner of Newfoundland. Michal?
What is Labrador?
That's right.
Facts about the best picture winner for 400.
James Earl Jones's father plays a mentor to Robert Redford's con artist character in this film. Barb?
What is The Sting?
Right.
Facts about the Best Picture winner for 800, please.
This actress gave the nickname Vanguard to her character Fern's means of conveyance in Nomadland. Barb?
Who's Frances McDormand?
That's correct.
Facts about the Best Picture winner for 1200, please.
Raymond A. Mendez is credited as moth wrangler and stylist for this 1991 film. Barb?
What is Silence of the Lambs?
Right.
Facts about the Best Picture winner for 1600, please.
A 1935 article highlights Gable's negging of Colbert in this film. Peter tells her she's spoiled and selfish. Barb?
What is It Happened One Night?
Right again.
And 2000 for Best Picture winner, please.
The answer there is one of the daily doubles. Barb, you are 4 for 4 in this category. What will you wager on the 5th clue?
Let's prove that I have never learned my lesson about anything and make it a true daily double.
All right. Betting it all, here is your clue. Doug Jones said the latex rubber suit he wore in this film acted as a sponge.
Latex rubber suit. Latex rubber suit. Doug Jones.
Barb?
Dear God, what is The Whale?
I'm afraid not. He played the creature in The Shape of Water. Drops you down to 0, but you've come back before. Select again.
Let's go to cow country for 1600.
There are both red and black varieties of this breed developed in Scotland. Red or black Angus. Barb?
2000 cows, please.
Cattle breeds from this Horn of Africa country include the Ogaden Zebu and the Nilotic Songa. Joanna?
What is Ethiopia?
Good for 2000.
Let's take the Vikings for 2000.
Viking shipbuilders greatly improved the seaworthiness of their vessels by adding a wood this to form the backbone. They added a keel. Joanna?
Furniture for 1200.
A little bird gave us this term for the space-saving furniture seen here. Barb?
What are nesting tables?
Yes.
Furniture for 16, please.
This chair, a molded plywood seat and back connected by stainless steel tubing, is named for its designer. Barb?
What is Eames chair?
Right.
2000 furniture, please.
Seen here is a set from this Scottish-born furniture maker, who is a leading exponent of the neoclassical style. Tough clue, that's Duncan Fife. Barb?
Complete the oxymoron for 1600, please.
Lemon heads are a sour Joanna?
What is candy?
I'm afraid not. Barb?
What is sweet?
A sour sweet. That's the oxymoron.
Oxymoron for 1,200, please.
Those diamonds are stolen. Or in criminal slang, that's some hot. Barb?
What is ice?
Right.
Oxymoron for 2,000, please.
Yom Kippur seemed to last forever. It was a slow. Barb?
What is fast?
Correct.
Oxymoron for 800, please.
Only 52 degrees today in Tallahassee? That's a low. Joanna?
What is high?
You're right.
Furniture for 800.
Answer there. Daily double. You've got a lead, Joanna. Will you protect it or risk big?
I will bet 3,000.
Here's your clue in furniture. This name was once used for a divan introduced to Europe from Turkey. Today, it's a low footstool.
What is an ottoman?
That is correct. You had $3,000.
Let's take furniture for 400.
With bookshelves, drawers, and a writing surface, an escritoire, or a secretary, is one of these. Joanna.
What is a desk?
Yes, it is.
Let's take the Vikings for 800.
Many Vikings wore pendants made in the form of Mjolnir, this symbol of Thor, to protect them from danger.
What is
Mikhail?
a hammer?
Yes.
The Vikings for 400.
A recent paper posits the herb henbane as the probable source of this legendary Viking rage during battle. That's their patented berserker rage. Mikhail, 3 clues left.
Complete the oxymoron for 400.
To summarize a complicated case, the attorney submitted a lengthy... Joanna.
What is a brief?
Yeah.
Cow country for 800.
With more than 300 million, including water buffalo, this nation leads the world in cattle, and many there hold them sacred. Joanna?
What is India?
Yes.
Cow country for 400.
Final clue. With California and this as the top 2 states, the U.S. leads all other countries in producing cow's milk. Joanna?
What is Wisconsin?
America's
That's where
Dairyland.
I'm from.
Yes. You keep your lead as we head into Final Jeopardy. Before we reveal the category, let's remind our home viewers your totals from yesterday, which will be added to your final scores today. All right. Here is your Final Jeopardy category. U.S. Senate history. The clues coming lists do with U.S. Senate history. Here's their clue. In 1805, after 4 years presiding over the Senate, he left the chamber, calling it a sanctuary, a citadel of law, of order. 30 seconds. Good luck. We'll begin on the end with Barb Fecto, had $7,600. Who did she write down? Who is Richard Todd with a heart? Is that someone you know? Oh, husband. Sadly, he was not the president of the Senate in 1805, as I think you already knew. You didn't wager a penny. That leaves you with $7,600. When we add that to yesterday's $6,400, it brings you to $14,000. Mikhail Gould was in second place with $11,000. Her response? Who is Jefferson? I'm afraid that's not correct. And she made a big wager, leaving her with just $300. When we add that to yesterday's $21,400, however, looks much better for you, $21,700. Joanna Cotter had the lead yesterday, and today was her response correct. Who is James Madison? No, the president of the Senate back then would have been the vice president.
Oh.
This was Aaron Burr leaving the Senate chamber, not a big law and order guy, which is why he had to give the big speech, I guess. So it all comes down to this wager. Small one, 2201, leaving you with $14,199. When we add yesterday's $29,200, you have $43,399. And Joanna, you just won $35,000 and a spot in our Champions Wildcard tournament coming up soon. For finishing in second place, Nicole, you win $20,000, or $10,000 for third place. And you're all Jeopardy champions.